We're going. Jace, good to meet with you.
Yeah, thanks for meeting with me.
Yeah, sit with you in person. It would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, let's see. First of all, I just wanted to get right down to trying to understand what you need from me. And did you get a chance to look over the email that I sent you right before this?
Yeah, I did. I glanced at it and I got to think some of those things over.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just I'd like to know what the tipping point finally was for you to realize that you needed to go to the next step.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I mean our fleet, I've worked for a number of different, alarm companies, smart home automation, and dealing with fleet problems has always kind of been an issue.
Okay.
As a sales rep, as a manager, now as an owner. But what really kind of tipped me over was in our Colorado location last month. We had basically all of our installation vehicles go down.
Really?
Yeah, and so we took a pretty big loss for a week. So like overall operationally it was fine, but just like we were in the red really bad for just like a week there in that Colorado office.
Wow.
Super frustrating for everybody. We lost a lot of customers.
How many vehicles was that?
It was four
vehicles?
installation vehicles. Yeah.
Wow.
All of them were out of service. Which isn't typical, but
Yeah.
issues are typical, but that was just kind of like, okay, maybe we need to get into some newer cars or something.
Yeah. How many customers did you say you lost?
So off the top of my head, I don't know, but I mean, of all the installations that week, we had to reschedule all of them, and I'd say half of them didn't reschedule. They either went with someone else or just decided not to go with our company anymore. So
okay.
Probably lost probably 15 customers.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a huge number.
Yeah, that was a rough week.
Yeah. And so I saw online that you guys are growing quite a bit. You started about 3 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And how many customers are you guys up to now?
Oh, customers, I'm not sure as far as like across like all of our recurring customers. I mean, we're up to like 200 employees now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So yeah, I mean, we probably got a customer base of 30,000.
Do you provide cars to every one of your employees?
No, we have we have 400 employees.
Okay.
And about 200 cars.
Okay.
So yeah, I had those numbers a little mixed up.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah. So yeah, 200 cars approximately, 400 employees.
Okay. And who do you mainly provide the cars to? Is it more for the installation or the sales guys?
So the installation techs are probably a little over half of them.
Yeah.
And then we got a few of the service trucks out there. So those are the guys that go by and do the maintenance, do the checkups. As needed, we might supply one of those to a rep, but mainly for the installation and the service guys doing check-ins on, retained customers.
Yeah. Okay. Also, just understand the situation. How are the decisions made at your companies? Like a decision like this?
Yeah. So on this, I'm the owner, so I make pretty much all the decisions.
Okay.
I have a partner, but he has a lot smaller stake, and I'd obviously consult with him.
Okay.
But I'm the main decision maker in the company.
Okay, that makes sense. So he's kind of just letting you take lead on this and solving this issue.
Yeah, I handle a lot more of the day-to-day.
Okay, that's cool. What exactly are you hoping that I can help you with today?
I'm just really curious to see kind of what options you guys have. Like I said, I mean, I've always seen fleet as just kind of, a necessary evil. Cars are going to break down. They're going to need maintenance. They're going to, get old. But, losing 4 vehicles, we're in, these really old cars right now. I'd love to see kind of what else is out there, what other options are available, and if it's, economical for us to do that.
So economical, like the price and making sure that everything fits, but also trying to figure something better out as far as maintenance costs for you guys.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to, spend tons of money on these cars. They're going to get used and they're going to get abused, but just kind of want to see what's out there.
Okay, perfect. How often do you experience these maintenance issues? Like what happened in Colorado?
The Colorado situation was pretty isolated, but like I said, it has been an issue. So we have, across our different locations, we'll probably have 2 or 3 cars out per office, for a day to a week, just depending, during a month. So, they're getting up there. So we've had, timing belt issues,
Yeah,
things like that. Just,
shoot,
yeah.
those can get messy.
Yeah. So just small things like that, things that take the car out for a couple days. Guys have to combine routes. So
you'd say on average more like 2 to 3 days out of the month, you've got one car that's out, or
2 to 4,
2 to 4,
2 to 4 days where 2 to 3 cars are out actually.
Okay, 2 to 3 cars for 2 to 4 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you feel like you're losing money when those cars are gone?
So I mean, a lot of times we'll have to do some rescheduling, moving around. And when you reschedule an installation, it gives the customer time to think about it, especially because we are growing and we are scheduled sometimes a week or 2 out.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, sometimes they think about it, some bills come up, we lose customers.
Yeah.
So that can happen. It can affect some of the service guys and some of the sales guys from getting out to the locations they want to go to.
Mm-hmm.
We've had, dissatisfied customers because we can't get a service back out to them.
Yeah.
Which can lead to cancellations. So.
How much would you suppose it costs you when a customer goes out the window?
Like a new customer?
Just no current customer that you lose.
So if we lose a current customer, luckily we get some of that back through cancellation fees.
Okay.
So we probably lose $200-300 in revenue. What really hurts is the new customers. I mean, we're missing out on anywhere from $700 to $1,000 a year
on new customers. $700 to $1,000 a year.
Yeah.
Per customer.
Per customer. Yeah.
How many do you suppose that you're missing out on new customers?
Ooh. I mean, across like such a large company, it's hard to say.
Right.
If I put it down like per area, like per location, per office, we probably got about 40. Man, we might lose, 5 to 10 customers a month per office. So.
Per office.
Yeah.
Okay, across the board. How many offices do you have?
Like 40.
40?
A little more than 40. Yeah.
Wow. Dang, so 5 to 10 times 40. My math is so bad.
It's like 200 customers about, right?
Okay, so we'll just say 200 customers, and that's anywhere from $700 to $1,000.
Yeah.
So let's just make it easy. You're around 7. Hold on, my math is so bad.
If we said 1,000, it'd probably be like 20. It's like $20,000 in revenue potentially.
20,000?
Yeah, across the company.
200,000? Because 5 to 10. Let's just say
we're not math guys.
200. No, you're right. 20,000.
Yeah, 20,000 a month.
20,000 a month.
Yeah.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah.
20,000 a month per year. We're at about 200,000.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's where I was trying to get to. And that's where it hurts you the most, is in those new customers.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And then with others, it's with your current customers that you lose, it's only about $200 to $300.
Yeah. Yeah, the cancellation fees help us out a little there.
Gotcha. So if I could help you get the majority of this amount of money back, that would be worth it to you to switch over and start using us, right?
I mean, yeah, an extra 200,000 would be nice. I mean, can you really guarantee that you get like all that back or close to it? I mean, how does that work?
I do feel like we could get the majority of it back. I can't promise that I'm going to get all of it back for you. Especially because we're dealing with a lot of assumptions anyways, because it depends a lot on your new customers and knocking the doors and getting those set up for you. But the majority of it, I feel like we could get you into a ballpark around there.
Okay.
Where else do you feel like what else do you feel like you're not getting from your other company that you're hoping to get from us?
Well, I did see something on your website about like I can't remember what you guys called it, but essentially, when we have a car go down, we'd be doing everything through you guys. That you'd send out another car for us.
Yeah.
That's something that our current company doesn't do. That could be a game changer, depending on how much that costs.
Car rentals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys like do the vans, like the service type.
I think that. Well, here's where we started doing it is like for you to miss out on business opportunities. It more than covers the cost of the rental expense. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like it's a huge advantage for you guys to use the rental, get it sent out there. I think it's about 10 times better than the cost. Like for you guys to make money with the car, it's about 10 times more than what it would cost you.
Okay.
So car rentals, and then also I was looking online that your current vendor is more just local, and so it's hard for him to expand with you when you're going into different cities. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So local. Okay, so it sounds like the local car rentals and this $200,000 loss of potential revenue is really what we're focusing on.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you'd like to focus on?
No, I mean those are the main things really. Our current guys do a pretty good job of maintenance. Like getting it in, and the guys that have taken care of it's pretty good. It's just staying out of the mechanic would be nice.
Yeah, for real. All right, well I think that'll do it then. I'll go back and crunch some numbers and get you a better ballpark of what I could do on that as far as getting the $200,000 back in your pocket. But I say we just go from there. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
Sweet, thanks.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Yeah.
So you go ahead and jump into the next one.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Hey Justin, thanks for being with me.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah. So I'm out here on the road headed up to Yellowstone, but I'm actually new at Salesforce. So just got an email. I used to sell enterprise rental cars, but
oh wow,
I had a little switch up recently in my career. But my boss told me that you were on my way, so I wanted to stop in, and he told me that you were really interested in our CRM services. So tell me about what kind of led you to reach out to my boss. What was it that attracted you to sales?
Well, we're growing our businesses right now. It's just not as organized on our Google Sheets. I think that there's some potential loss in following up more so with warm leads. Okay. And so that's really what's been most frustrating to us.
Okay, so you're looking for organization, and sounds like you're using Google Sheets right now. Tell me a little bit more about what your company does. So, what are the leads you're generating? What are they for? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so just through Google, we'll put out an ad, and if people are searching so it's like, first of all, what our company does is we sell storage solutions for garages, like shelving, cabinets, flooring, workbenches, and much more. And so we've got customers that'll buy that directly, and we'll have warm leads through that, and we'll give them a call and start to figure out what they have going on and what would be best for them. But then also we have dealers that we'd like to also sell to them and have them sell our products. And so it's kind of like the same process with them where they'll punch in their information and we'll give them a call and make sure that we're following up with them and everything like that.
So you kind of have like a direct sales approach, and then you also kind of have like a wholesale that you're kind of expanding into. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure I understand correctly. Okay. And you said right now you're currently using Google Sheets. Tell me a little bit about what that looks like right now and what you're hoping to improve upon it.
Yeah. So one thing that's really frustrating is like, say somebody calls in or punches their information in and my rep gives them a call to see what's going on and how we can help them. But say they're busy at the moment or even rude and they just hang up the phone or don't answer. Oftentimes people get fall through the cracks and they don't get followed up with just because it's not organized. We don't have a set system like it's now time to reach back out to this person.
Okay. And how important is the timing of reaching back out to those people in order for you guys to make a sale?
I think it's huge. Yeah. I think there's a lot of potential loss in revenue from that.
Okay. If you had to put like a number value on it as far as like how many customers you're losing a month from either, them slipping through the cracks as far as losing their information, as well as customers who are, not being followed up with timely enough, how many customers would you say you're losing currently a month?
Just with our own branch, your direct sales, I'd probably say 20 or so.
20 a month. Okay, is it all right if I take some notes?
Yeah. There you go.
Thanks. My pen disappeared. So 20 customers to your direct, and then with your dealers, so once, so you're kind of selling in bulk to the dealers, from what I understand. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. How is it a similar sales process as far as how the reps are entering it onto the Google Sheets when they're talking to the dealers?
Depends. Some of them use our same system and they'll pay us money for our leads and different things like that. Okay. Others have their completely own system.
Okay. How many customers do you think you're losing a month through the dealers?
That's tough. We've got probably about 40 dealers nationwide. Okay. I'd say about 20% of them will make up 80% of what comes out of our place. Does that make sense?
Yeah, explain it one more time.
20% of our dealers, they're like the 80% of our business.
Oh, okay.
And then the rest of the 80% sell about 20% of our business.
Okay, I got you.
And I'd say about half of those have their own system of the top 20%.
Okay. Making me do my math here.
Oh yeah.
I appreciate that.
Making it real confusing for you.
So as far as the direct sales, so when you're losing, like, you say you lose a customer, what would be the average ticket value on that customer?
Say average 750.
750. Okay.
150. 750.
So yeah. Okay. So looking at like 1,500 15,000 in revenue a month through those 20 customers that you're losing. And then with the with the dealers, I mean, I know it's kind of hard. There's a lot of different aspects of things going on there, but with those dealers, how much would you say you're losing a month right now through your current sales process?
Yeah, it's tough. Let's see. I'd say that about 10% of our big business, because the 10%, I mentioned that there's 20% that are making 80% of our business. I'd say 10% are doing fine on their own.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's, I guess that takes away 40% of everything. And then there's another 40% plus 20% of the rest of the dealers. I'd say there's probably, let's see, for us, I said there were about
20 customers, yeah.
I'd say that's probably average. So 20.
20 like per dealer or 20?
Yeah.
20 per dealer, okay. So we're looking at like 800 customers across the board there. And at 750, that makes me do my math.
Yeah.
What would that be? $56,000 approximately?
Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely something we want to help you out with, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if I could tell you there's a way we could help you get $56,000 of that revenue back, how interested would you be?
Yeah, pretty interested.
Yeah. And from what you're telling me and from what I've understood, it sounds like really a big part of the issue is just the organization. If there was a way that your sales process was completely streamlined across the board where you knew, like you said, when to call, who to call, and what time to call them, do you think that would make it a little bit easier for you to keep those customers on board?
Yeah, that's exactly what we're looking for.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I mean, that's something that we can definitely help you out with here at Salesforce. I mean, the way that our system is set up, it's very organized. It has the leads, the contacted customers, the scheduling, it's all scheduled across the board. If you want, what I can do here is I can go back and I can take a look here now that I know more about, the amount of people that you're serving in the different varieties through the dealers and direct selling, and come back with a quote for you. But I mean, from here, I can tell you with the 15,000 from your direct selling plus the 56,000 plus from your dealers, let's say we're looking at, upwards of $70,000, $71,000 in revenue. I can tell you our software is going to be a lot cheaper than that.
Really?
It's going to be a fraction of that.
Okay.
So,
like how much? Could you give me a number?
I can't give you an exact number, but I can tell you it's going to be less than 10% of that.
Oh, okay.
Probably closer to 5.
Okay.
For that to go across all your dealers if you want to, and we can work out the specifics, but if you want it more for just your system right now, what you guys are working with, it would be even less. But I think it's going to be majorly beneficial. I mean, if we can get you $65,000 in your pocket, how's that going to feel?
Yeah, great.
Yeah. We'd love to help you do that. So I'd love to get these numbers together, crunch them for you, and I can get back to you.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks, Chase.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.